Hello and welcome to the Dr. English channel.
We're so glad you could join us today.
Hello, everyone. A massive, heartfelt welcome back to the Dr. English channel. We are so incredibly happy you've chosen to spend some time with us today. Whether you're at home, commuting to work, or maybe, just maybe, you're already outside in the fresh air, we are thrilled to have you here. I'm Karina.
And I'm Igor. Hello, Karina. I have to say, it is a truly beautiful day to be sitting here in the studio with you and all our wonderful listeners.
It really is, Igor. And I have to point out something to our audience. You look exceptionally happy today. You have this massive smile on your face. What's your secret?
You caught me. Honestly, I am feeling very relaxed today. I had a wonderful start to my morning. Before coming into the studio, I went for a long, slow walk in the park near my house.
That sounds lovely. Was the weather on your side?
It was perfect. The sun was shining, the birds were singing their hearts out. It was exactly what I needed to clear my head.
That is actually the perfect transition into our topic for today. Listeners, today on Dr. English, we are going to explore the world outside. We are talking about nature.
I love this topic. Nature is such a vital part of our lives, but we often forget to appreciate it.
Exactly. We're going to discuss why nature is so good for your well-being. We'll learn some essential vocabulary for outdoor activities, and we'll even talk about how the great outdoors can actually help you master the English language.
I'm ready to dive in. But, Karina, before we step outside, metaphorically speaking, we have a very small favor to ask our friends at home.
You're right. Friends, if you enjoy these lessons and want to support the Dr. English channel, please take a quick second to click that subscribe button. It really helps us keep making these episodes for you.
And don't forget to give this video a like. A thumbs up tells us you're enjoying the content and it helps other English learners find us too. If you have a friend who is struggling with their English or just needs a bit of a digital break, share this with them.
All right, now that the housekeeping is done, let's get back to Igor's walk. Igor, you mentioned you were at a big park with lots of trees. Tell me, how are you feeling before you stepped onto that grass?
Honestly, I was a little stressed. My brain felt full. You know how it is. Too many work emails, the constant noise of the city, and a never-ending to-do list.
I think we can all relate to that. Modern life moves so fast. We are constantly bombarded with information.
Exactly. But here is the amazing thing. After only 10 minutes of walking among the trees, I felt completely different. I felt calm. The stress just evaporated.
That is the magic of nature, Igor. It's incredibly powerful for our mental health.
Mental health. That's a phrase our learners should definitely know. It refers to how our minds feel, right?
Precisely. Just like we go to the gym to exercise our bodies, we need to go into nature to exercise and heal our minds. There's a specific word for what you experienced in the park: mindfulness.
Mindfulness, that's a big one. What does it mean in this context?
It means being completely in the moment. It's about not worrying about what you have to do tomorrow or stressing about a mistake you made at work yesterday. It's just being here, right now.
So if I stop to look at a single flower and I'm only thinking about the color and the shape of that flower, I'm being mindful.
Exactly. You aren't checking your phone, you're just observing the world. And speaking of phones, that brings us to a major point.
Oh, the phones. They are always in our hands, aren't they?
They are. We look at computers for work and then look at our phones for messages. Our eyes get so tired. Nature is the absolute best place for what we call a digital detox.
Digital detox. I like that term. It means taking a deliberate break from technology.
Yes. When you go to a forest or a beach, you should put your phone away. Put it in your bag, leave it in your pocket. Instead of looking at Instagram, look at the sky.
That's great advice. The sky is definitely more beautiful than any social media feed. It helps us reconnect with the real world, the grass, the water, the trees.
So we know walking is great, but what other activities can we do to enjoy nature? Igor, what is your favorite?
Oh, that's easy. For me, it has to be hiking.
For our listeners who might be new to the word, how would you describe hiking?
Hiking is essentially like walking, but it usually happens in more rugged areas like mountains or forests. It's often a long walk, and it can be quite a challenge.
Is it difficult? I've seen some very steep hills.
It can be. Sometimes the hills are high and your legs will definitely feel the work. Because of that, you need the right gear. Good shoes are the most important thing. You don't want sore feet halfway up a mountain.
I agree. I usually wear sturdy boots and carry a backpack. What do you keep in your pack, Igor?
Water, lots of water, and maybe a map. You definitely don't want to get lost in the forest.
No, that would turn a relaxing day into a scary one very quickly. But even with the hard work, you love it because of the view, right?
Absolutely. When you finally reach the top of a hill and look down, wow, you can see everything. It makes you feel strong because you conquered the climb.
I appreciate the effort of hiking, but I have to admit I prefer a slightly more stationary activity.
Let me guess, does it involve food?
You know me too well. I love picnics. To me, a picnic is the absolute perfect way to spend an afternoon.
Paint us a picture, Karina. What does your perfect picnic look like?
Okay, first, I need a big, soft blanket to spread out on the grass. Then, I need a classic picnic basket. Inside, I'll have delicious sandwiches, maybe cheese and tomato, and lots of fresh fruit like grapes, apples, or strawberries.
That sounds amazing. And to drink?
Something cool and refreshing like lemonade or an iced tea. Sitting in the sun, eating good food, and reading a book under a tree, that is pure relaxation.
It sounds perfect, but I have to ask, what about the ants?
The ants. They do love a picnic, don't they? They always seem to want a piece of my strawberry, but I try to be kind. Insects are part of nature too. If I'm in their home, I should at least say hello.
Hello, Mr. Ant. Please stay off my sandwich. So we have hiking and picnics. What about camping?
Now, camping involves sleeping outside in a tent, right?
Exactly. A tent is like a little house made of fabric. Have you ever tried it, Karina?
Honestly, I want to like it, but I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. The forest gets so dark at night, and you hear all these strange noises. Hoot hoot or crunch crunch. My mind immediately thinks, is that a bear?
It's usually just an owl or maybe a tiny rabbit, but that's the fun of it. You can build a campfire, sit around the warmth, and look at the stars.
That is the one thing I love about being away from the city. In the city, the lights are too bright to see much. But in nature, the sky is just full of stars. It's pure magic.
It really is. I'll tell you what, if I promise to protect you from the bears, will you give camping a try?
It's a deal, Igor. I'll hold you to that promise.
Another great way to see nature is biking. Many parks have specific paths for bicycles. It's fantastic exercise, and because it's faster than walking, you can see a lot more in a shorter amount of time.
I love the feeling of the wind in my hair when I'm on a bike. It feels so free.
Freedom. That is such a perfect word for how nature makes us feel.
Now, Igor, let's pivot for a second. We are an English learning channel after all. Can nature actually help our listeners improve their English?
I believe it can, 100%.
How so? Give us some tips.
Well, first, it's a goldmine for vocabulary practice. When you're walking in the park, look around and name what you see out loud. Say, that is a big green tree, or the sky is very blue today, or the grass feels soft.
That's a great exercise. You're describing the world in real time.
Exactly. You can even bring a notebook. Sit on a park bench and write down sentences about what's happening. I see a brown dog running, or I see two children playing. It gives you time to think and practice without the pressure of a screen.
I also think nature is wonderful for social connections. Sometimes sitting in a crowded coffee shop can be so loud that it's hard to hear your friends speak.
That's true. It can feel like you're shouting.
But when you're walking side by side in nature, it's quiet. It's easier to talk, and because you aren't staring directly at each other the whole time, there's actually less pressure on the conversation. I often have my best English chats while I'm on a hike.
Especially if there are cheese sandwiches involved at the end.
Always. But Igor, I have a question. What if one of our listeners doesn't live near a big forest or a mountain range? What if they live in the middle of a huge city with only skyscrapers?
That's a very fair point, but nature is everywhere if you look for it. Most cities have small parks or community gardens, and even if there is just one single tree on your street, that is still nature.
You're right. You can watch the leaves change with the seasons, green in the summer, beautiful orange and red in the autumn.
You don't need a massive, expensive trip. You just need to open your eyes, take a deep breath of fresh air, and appreciate what's there. It really changes your mood.
So, Igor, I hear you have a challenge for our listeners this week.
I do. I want to challenge everyone listening to go outside this week. It doesn't have to be a mountain climb, just a park, a garden, or even a quiet street.
And what's the catch?
The catch is leave your phone behind, or at least keep it in your pocket and don't look at it for just 20 minutes.
20 minutes? That's not long at all.
It's very doable. During those 20 minutes, listen to the birds and practice your English by naming 5 things you see: tree, cloud, bird, rock, flower.
I love it. I'm going to do the challenge too. I think I'll go for a bike ride tomorrow.
Make sure you wear your helmet. Safety first.
I will, I promise. You know, Igor, just talking about all this makes me want to head outside right now.
Me too, but we have to finish the podcast first. Although we can start planning our next team picnic.
Yes, with cookies and definitely no ants.
We can try. But seriously, I feel refreshed just having this chat. It's a good reminder that we aren't robots. We're people, and people need green spaces to thrive.
We truly do. Well, I think we've covered a lot today, from the importance of mental health and mindfulness to the specifics of hiking, camping, and the all-important digital detox.
We hope this episode helps you feel more confident when you're talking about the outdoors in English. Go out and practice.
And before you head out the door, we have one last request. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Dr. English channel and share this episode with a friend. Maybe even send it to someone and say, hey, let's go for a walk.
We also want to hear from you in the comments section. We have a question. What is your favorite outdoor activity? Do you like the challenge of hiking, the freedom of biking, or the relaxation of a park picnic?
Please tell us your stories in English. Don't worry about making mistakes. The most important thing is that you try. We absolutely love reading about your lives and your progress.
Thank you all so much for listening today. You are an amazing community.
Have a wonderful, nature-filled week, everyone.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Go outside.